When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rebels offense will go to work first. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeps it on the bootleg. He'll try to do it himself. And And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That's caught. It's Watkins. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. There he goes. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
What a great run there. On 3rd and 1 situation, though, David, that has got to be demoralizing for a defense because they were packed up close to the line of scrimmage, expecting run on that one.
They're playing aggressive, but great offenses have the ability in predictable situations like 3rd and 1 to get first downs.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Back to pass, it's Becht. He's moving out of the pocket. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll give it to the back. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
They'll run play action. Pressure coming. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Alabama. Bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Jukes his way for more. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Quarterback on the keeper. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking for a man, it's Russell. Flips it out on the screen. Nice move there. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Offense, quick tempo. Goes to the option. The pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback. But he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is.
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Yeah, I tell you what, when you start a game in the first quarter and you show me I will run my quarterback like you did here, it makes me defend the whole field. It makes me a lot more nervous. You can tell this quarterback will be a threat throughout this football game.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
He's got an open man. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find the rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! Extra point here will tie the game. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring margin. Now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The inside handoff. Breaks into the open. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
How electrifying is this guy when the ball is in his hands? I'll tell you, he's making a name for himself all across college football. Ripped off over 100 yards in his last game out. He's basically at that now. This defense does not have an answer.
The Rebels will hustle to the line. To throw, it's Beck. Makes the grab. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Trying to slam in. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Grab behind the line. It's Hobbs.
And the offense tried to get it to their playmaker quick and see if he could get the first down a little bit short. But what did I do? I made this a manageable fourth down. Now it's decision time. What do I want to do?
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
On the ground, it's Lacy. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Now the play fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And I've seen some crazy things with wide receivers. Like, they want the football. They call for it, just like he does here. He wants the football, but, man, you've got to make plays. And if you're going to be loud and you're going to be that guy, when the ball...
There he goes! Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Dances away to buy time. He's going to run it. Got the first himself. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Got a man, it's Hill. And they just can't square him up, and he gets down to the 36. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Fires to the middle. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was all me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
Running into the open space. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires on the move. Finds space on the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Looking to scramble. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Off the play fake on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now he's going to break the pocket. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide, and I can throw them the football, and they can make a play over top of somebody.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Absolutely center cut. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Odom. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Takes the easy one to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Got it in the middle, it's Watkins. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Just keep slinging it. The sure hands, it's Watkins. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Makes the catch, it's Cunningham. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play, clock running. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Cunningham. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Rebels, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they...
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. The 40, the 30, 10, and he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. From the gun, the running back has it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Catch in the middle, it's Watkins. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Caught over the middle, it's Watkins. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Off play action. Here's the pressure. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. The sure hands, it's Watkins. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And on 1st down, they're running out the field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. The Rebels will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hale. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Pulls it in. It's Lacy.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete because he made the catch but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Russell. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the catch. Touchdown Tide. And the punishment has been extended.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Pocket breaking down. He's going to take off. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. And the Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. Plows through the defense. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. With the catch, it's Odom. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls and fires complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to throw, it's Beck. Firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. How about this? These guys are going for 2.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Horton.
Man, find your matchups you want. You got a slot matched up on a DB. I can take advantage of this. He's so quick. Those are where you put your faster twitch guys that can win inside right now, give it to him. And win outside right now, give it to him. Find those matchups.
The give to the left. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
This this shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to believe the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. Past the 50. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! And the stomping has commenced.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Becht. Quickly out to the tight end. Good, solid pick up there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Bringing the heat. Makes the grab. It's Odom. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Ocean from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Watkins. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Swings it out to the flat. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Here's a heat. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Here comes that Alabama offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. The Tide will get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. From the 30-yard line on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking for a gap. It's Riley. Makes it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Caught behind the line. It's Horton. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Bama! And the pummeling has started. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Odom. Oh, he's got some space. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Pucks it out of the air. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. Line getting set on second down. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Haas. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! They went for the big play.
How about the bomb? The Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great. They throw the ball deep. Where's the defense? Man, you know this ball is going deep. You know they need it. They got to have it. And the defense just